Hello and welcome to Concert in Progress. And this is our 5th episode of CIP. My name is Quek Ling Kiong, resident conductor of the SCO and music director of the Singapore National Youth Chinese Orchestra, in short SNYCO. There will be 3 parts to this CIP. Part 1, composition analysis. Part 2, improving playing through rehearsal. Part 3, personal inspiring story of SCO musicians. Now, before any detailed analysis of the composition, let's take a listen to SCO's rendition of the set piece, Kreta Ayer, composed by Singaporean composer Ling. Perhaps you have already heard or even played this piece many times. Now that you have had a chance to appreciate the music as the audience, could you share your thoughts on the following? Start a chat with your teachers, coaches, friends, and family. Replay the piece. pose these questions to them and talk about the possible answers. By having a conversation about the music, I feel it will warm you up to get ready for the first part of our CIP, Composition Analysis of Kreta Ayer. Here's what will happen. I'm going to dissect the music into segments. And by doing so, I hope you will better understand the intent of the composer, the interesting musical vocabulary that is used to create a musical work, and the beauty of knowing this in order to better interpret and enjoy a piece of music. This time, we will focus on the following 5 musical terms. 1. Form and structure. 2. Motif. 3. Counter melody. 4. Musical contrast. 5. Recapitulation and coda. Number 1. Form and structure. This refers to the way different parts of the music are put together, much like the different parts of a physical building. The structure of this piece is A, B, A1 form, or we call it ternary form. Now each letter represents one section. Section A, we have the theme. Section B, we have development. And section A1 is a repetition of A, but with variations, hence it is A1 and not A. So, do you know where are the 3 sections in Kreta Ayer? How do you separate the sections? And how do you think the composer divides them? Why is it important to know the structure of a piece of music? Get your score ready and follow me closely. Section A includes an introduction, rehearsal A and B. That is from bar 1 to 27. Section B is from rehearsal C, that includes from bar 28 to 51. And section A1 includes rehearsal D and E, which is from bar 52 to 72. And rehearsal E is also known as the coda. Please do not confuse the rehearsal letters with the section alphabets. Rehearsal letters, the A, B, or C, or D, or E in a box is actually like the function of bar numbers. It's for a quick reference during your practice. Let's listen to the whole section A of Kreta Ayer now. Now, I'd like to draw your attention to bar 5 to 8. This is theme 1, and it is played by 高音声 and 中音声. You can see that this theme will reappear on bar 9 to 12. This time, it will be played by 邦笛 and 曲笛. And from bar 13 onwards, this theme will now be played by the bowstring section, the 高胡, the 二胡, and 中胡. And from bar 17 onwards, this theme will have further variation and played by even more instruments. The composer has created interesting rhythms and sound to portray the main icon of this musical work, ox and bullock carts. Kreta Ayer is the Malay word for water carts. Well, in the early days of Singapore, water is being transported using carts pulled by bullocks. So besides creating this theme one, how else did the composer make the music really show the full picture of the olden days of Kreta Ayer? Let's further dissect the music. The repeating offbeat patterns of the cello, 二胡, 中胡, 琵琶, 中阮, and the bass line of the double bass, 大阮, accentuate the forward rhythmic movement of the bullock carts. The triangle and wood blocks imitates the sounds of the bullocks' bells and hoofs. Now, which other parts of this section that your instruments are playing spurs your imagination of the scene? Try picking out those parts to play and see if your fellow friends find that add on to the colors of painting of Kreta Ayer. Number 2, motif. It refers to the smallest musical idea that characterizes a piece of music. For example, at bar 21, we have 3 notes on the 邦笛 and the 曲笛. And this is actually closely related to the composer Miss Leong Ki Ying's dialects group. It's in Cantonese. Do you know what's the Chinese name of Kreta Ayer? It's 牛车水. But in Cantonese, it is actually 牛車水. Let's have a listen on bar 21, played by 邦笛. And next by 曲笛. 牛車水, 牛車水. You will find this motif reappearing in various different ways throughout the composition. Now try using a color pencil to circle those out. To make this even more fun, try creating your own 3-note motifs that resonate with other 3-word items in Cantonese or in other dialects that you know. For example, 雲吞麵, it will be pronounced as 雲吞麵. How about listen to our percussionist presenting to you 雲吞麵. Have a guess, what's next? Sounds like 叉燒包? No. Do, do, do. Ah, 糯米雞. Got it? The last one. Let's have our Suona musician to play for you and have a guess. Oh, well, in Cantonese, it's 叉燒包. Yes, so have fun and play a charade of musical instruments. Use the instrument and create 3 words motif, and have fun with your friend. Play around with music. Number 3, counter melody. This is a secondary melody played simultaneously with a more prominent lead melody. It serves as a conversation partner in a musical dialogue. So, in this piece, where are the lead melodies? They are actually from the 邦笛、曲笛、高音唢呐 and 高胡. And where are the counter melody? They are actually from the 高音声, the 二胡, and glockenspiel. And now, let's have them play together. Listen carefully to their dialogue now. While playing each melodic line, the musicians need to listen to the other parties more in order to create a well-blended overall musical direction. We will talk more when we go into rehearsing the work later on. Number 4, musical contrast, a compositional device to develop music. Rehearsal C marks the beginning of the contrasting section. Here are a few things that the composer did to achieve musical contrast. Firstly, tempo. The change in the speed of music from a crotchet equals to 70 to a crotchet equals to 100. And adding an expression marked lively as opposed to the beginning broadly. And in rehearsal C, melody is made up of shorter rhythms. And this section starts with softer dynamics and with fewer instruments. Number 5, recapitulation and coda. Finally, we will talk about the repetition of theme 1 from section A in section A1. On the score, this begins from rehearsal D. In musical terms, we call it recapitulation. Although the musical elements are the same, the composer has added something different to enrich the repeating music. We call such transformation music variation. Here are some variations applied. Change of key from F major in rehearsal A to G major in rehearsal D. It kind of uplifts the energy of the music to climax. Expression change from broadly to maestoso, implying a more grand and climatic feel. Richer orchestration as compared to rehearsal A. Almost all instruments are playing with more covering the lead melody. Busier texture in those accompanying parts that further enhance the musical intention of this section. The many faces of the Chinatown. After building up to the climax of the musical work, it has to reach an end. In this piece, the composer added a coda section beginning from rehearsal E. Coda means a passage that brings a music piece to an end. Before going into the coda itself, I'd like to draw your attention to bar 66. There's a sign of a prolonged note or rest for unspecific length. We call that fermata. And this is the first and only place that the composer uses a fermata. And this is to create a special moment that prepares everyone for a change in mood from rehearsal D to E. Following that, there's actually a change in tempo. A crotchet equals to 110, replacing the theme of rehearsal C with further enhancement of staccatos playing on most of the instruments. It creates a livelier and more playful character towards the end of the piece. After going through this detailed analysis of the composition Kreta Ayer, I hope you have a better understanding of the musical piece that we and you are playing. Besides knowing the music, improving your playing through rehearsals is also an interesting part and purpose of music making process. Let me share with you a few suggestions on how to improve when you are rehearsing the music. Firstly, try to find a good balance and blend in playing a piece of music. Although the composer has noted dynamics markings on the scores, they are often seen as references rather than rules to follow. The conductor and players have to actually exercise initiative to create a well-balanced sound. For example, in rehearsal A, from bar 13 to 19, most of the instruments are marked mezzo forte. There's only one crescendo on bar 20. Now let's see, how does it sound if we follow the score originally? I'd like to do some adjustment. First, let us look at bar 13. On bar 13, I realized composers has put down legato on 高胡、二胡、中胡. But looking at bar 15 onwards, there's no slur line on top of the 高胡、二胡、中胡. Perhaps we should do something to help create a more legato feel. How about changing the bowing? Let's have a new bowing. Now, the same passage, I think we probably can blend it more better or balance well if we adjust some of the dynamic. So we have 升、高音升、中音升、琵琶、中阮, even the wood blocks all playing mezzo forte as the main melody, 高胡、二胡、中胡, which I think may not be so good to create a good balance. Perhaps we should do some adjustment. So 高音声、中音声、琵琶、中阮、大阮, wood block. Maybe we bring down the dynamics from mezzo forte to mezzo piano. And we want to hear more from the main melody. Let's do this together. Now, I would like to touch on expression and interpretation. Before playing, try to understand the background information of composer. Read through the synopsis and understand the time period of the work. Then, Look into the scores. Identify clues left by composer for conductor and the players to interpret the work. Such clues are only guidelines. One has to exercise musical knowledge, skills, and creativity. For example, in rehearsal C, there's a subtitle, Drawing Water from the Well, and a musical expression stated, lively. I think we all have no experience of how exactly it feels like to draw water from a well. Nonetheless, let's try to bring out the mood and the motions and the spirit of this music. Articulations play an important part in this passage to paint the right musical scene. So, play accordingly to the articulations noted on the score. Encourage each player to listen to each other more. For example, in rehearsal C, bar 28 to 33, we have all the bowstring marked staccato. What if this is not carefully played? Let's have another try. Maybe this time orchestra will do it really staccato. Can we have the cello first? Only cello. Really staccato. Very good, because only on 33, on the third beat, we have a crotchet with tenuto, which means longer bow. So now all the bowstring section together, and we play a really good articulation with staccato and tenuto. Here we go. Bravo, thank you. Well, another place will be bar 38 to 45. Let's have a look on the wind section. Sheng, maybe we try one more time. Play a bit shorter. I like what you did on 43 because it's very clear. Looking at your score, 41, 2, 3, 43, the first two notes, in fact, it is a long note. I think the composer has forget to put a slur. So we put a slur on 43. Let's have a try on the new articulation on the Sheng. Thank you very much. That was very well played. Now we have the 笛子 one more time from 38. Let's hear from the 笛子 section now. Bravo! Let's have the whole wind section together. 笛子声我们把它连起来。Now we can hear a very much well articulated section with good musicality. Thank you very much. Another area is in the bowstring section, 高胡、二胡、中胡. Let's have a look. Bar 38 to 45, only 高胡、二胡、中胡. Thank you. Well, I must say, they played very well on all the articulation. But how about not only focusing on playing correctly on the articulation, with some musical sense? I would like to have you to play 40 and 41 with mezzo piano, not stay on forte, and 44, 45 also drop to mezzo piano. As in opposed to 42 and 3, you'll stay back to forte. So let's do with the change of the dynamic. And one more thing, 38 and 42 will have it play like a syncopation. Da, da, dee, da, 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 da. Yeah, so with a quasi crescendo of a melodic phrase. Brilliant, thank you. Of course, the fundamental of music is to get pitch right and rhythm right. This has to do with your basic training of fundamental skills, sight reading, your rhythm training, etc., etc. There are a few spots worth highlighting for more careful intonation precision. First one, at rehearsal B, at bar 24, composer deliberately planted an E flat on the third beat. And this is deliberately done by composer to use a special chord to create a surprise color. So if the E flat is not observed and is played as E natural instead, the color will be different. And these are called accidentals, which is pitch that is not the usual pitch of the current key signature or scale. For example, in bar 47, a D flat. At bar 51, we have F sharp and a B natural. We must be more careful as these notes are the unusual notes. Pay attention and get the correct intonation. So let's have 高音声、中音声、扬琴 and 柳琴 to play for us bar 24 according to the score. Now this is very interesting. Let's hear from only Yang Qing and Liu Qing. And this is what is written. The composer has actually implanted an accidental, which is not related to the original scale in F major. We don't have an E flat in F major. An E flat is actually an accidental that comes in. She wants to bring in a new harmony here. So what if we play the wrong note? We didn't pay attention to the intonation, the correct pitch. So let's have them play in the wrong note, as opposed to the correct one. A very subtle change, but very important. So play your notes correctly. Another passage drawing to your attention will be at bar 46 to 51. Now, pay attention to bar 51. Can we have only Liu Qing, Pi Pa, Yang Qing, Zhong Yin Sheng, Gao Hu, and Er Hu to play for us? So this, in fact, is already in a G major scale, which is leading to the next passage, the reprise, or we call the recapitulation, section A1, rehearsal D at bar 52. That's the G major. So composer has actually introduced the scale 1 bar before A1. If you're not paying attention, you play still in the F, then it will sound like this. So be very mindful and look very, very clearly into your score, and you'll get the very, very tiny detail that you should pay attention to. So intonation is very important. We shall use rehearsal D as an example to show the importance of rhythmic precision. The few challenges we face when playing together are, number 1, changes in tempo. When there's changes in tempo, look at bar 51. That's a ritardando. And from bar 66 to 67, there's a fermata and then to allegro. So these are the two spots you need to be very careful about changing the tempo and play together. Number 2, passages with running notes. In rehearsal D, bar 52 to 55, look at the yang qing and the zhonghu. And the same section, or same rehearsal part, we have bar 60 to 67, look at the yang qing, liu qing, and zhonghu. All these semi-quiver need to be played in precise rhythmic precision. So you can see, if you are not listening to each other, this 16 note may look simple, but you have to be very careful to play together. Okay, next section we need to pay attention to will be 63, double bass. Can you play the original score? How about cello? Can we play from 63? Cello 我们从63。Thank you. I feel that there's not quite a nice synchronization here. Yeah, so let's blend it together better. Let's change the double bass to non-staccato. Let's change the double bass to non-staccato. And we play together. Thank you. I'm more happy about this. Are you happy? Thank you. Hey, I spotted maybe some discrepancy in the score here. Daran, would you play 65 for us, following the original score? This sounds a bit strange because Pipa, Zhongran, who are related to your section, is really doing tremolo all the way. Can we change to tremolo on a third beat? Thank you. That sounds more correct. 休息前最后一段，大家60照到底。 This marks the end of the first two parts of CIP, composition analysis and improving playing through rehearsal. I hope you continue to have fun in the music making process and enjoy the SYF Arts presentation. Do you know that many of our musicians started their music journey from young? Some of them walked down the same path as you, playing instruments in their school orchestras as their CCA when they were students. So your dreams are never too far away. Following this, we'll have two SEO musicians who will share their personal stories. Hopefully, their stories will inspire those of you who dream to continue learning music or even become professional musicians in the future. We are very happy today to have two SEO musicians to share with us their personal story. 你们好。
Hi.
So we have.
Hi, I'm Chui San. I am the run player with the SEO. I have been with SEO for 23 years.
And.
Hi, 我是孟杰，我是唢呐演奏家，我2006年加入新加坡华乐团，到现在有14年了。
Oh, can you share with us when do you pick up music and when and how do you start learning the music instruments that you play in SEO now?
我是大概8岁的时候就开始吹唢呐，但是我们那个时候吹是玩啊，就是跟爸爸玩，爸爸是会吹唢呐，然后家里人爸爸的哥哥会吹，爸爸的哥哥的儿子也会吹，就是我的哥哥了，就一家人很多人都会吹唢呐，然后我们会组成一个班子，这个唢呐班子当人家有丧礼的时候我们就去吹，然后有的时候一吹就是3天3夜，哇啊，不管是夏天还是冬天都要去吹的，所以那个时候就是慢慢的培养了我后边的对音乐的一个兴趣，然后足够让我对我现在有影响的就是那时候吸取了很多的民间音乐，因为唢呐毕竟来源于民间嘛，所以那时候吸取了很多耳濡目染的一些民间音乐，对我现在的音乐影响蛮大的。
Oh, very interesting. Wow. How about you, Chui San?
For me, I started because my mom thinks it's easier for her to bring us. So I follow my brother. So he started learning the Chinese. He joined the Chinese orchestra in the school. So my mom said that just join. Whatever your brother is doing, just go.
Oh.
So that's follow. And my younger siblings, they follow. So we have Cui La Tanda, in fact.
Really?
Yeah, 4 of us. So I play the ran. So my brother, elder brother, he plays 笛子. My 2 younger siblings, 1 erhu and 1 percussion. But I started as a percussionist with the school Chinese orchestra.
Is that so?
Yes.
Wow. So we are on the same line in the beginning.
Almost.
You started off with playing percussion.
Yes.
And how does it turn into a zhongran after what happened?
I remember the school have budget. So I don't even have a drumstick for my when I play the gu.
What do you use?
Drum. I use the pack of
that part?
This part. Because I got small hand, so my teacher said that just save the money first.
Okay.
So I use that to play the drum. And then one day, they got this engagement. There was invited concerts to the old folk home.
Okay.
So, but the other player, they can't do the offbeat correctly. So my teacher, Madam Ko Kim Hwa, she said that, why don't you try to learn one more instrument? So being a very aggressive little girl, I said that, okay, I want to take up the challenge.
Like take up challenge?
Yes. So I said, I can do it. So I went and I did well. So
because you have a good rhythmic sense and to play the offbeat, and then that's where you pick up the run.
Yes, and then I fall in love with the sound.
See, both of them have very interesting story, how they picked up the instruments. And very, very related to their family. Meng Jie, the whole family plays Sona. And Chui San, the mom say, wow, for me easier to take all of you together to the school and learn every instrument. We even have a small ensemble in the family.
Right.
I believe you will have the same experience, right? Well, another question we'd like to ask is, who inspired you to go further and pursue your music career like you are doing now as a professional musician? who supported you and who mentored you? You know, the person that inspire you the most?
其实在我这一路走来，对我影响的人很多，我也其实感激的人很多。比如说我的启蒙老师苑振平老师啊，我的艺校老师王国飞老师，然后到目前为止嘛，还有非常深的感情，非常深的联络，每次回国都会看他们。但是我在这里提起一个对我特别重要的，就是要提起的就是我家里的一个二姨。二姨就是
二姨
second auntie， 就是妈妈的妹妹了啊。二姨为什么这么说？因为我其实正式开始学唢呐，大概是在初中的时候，在13岁的时候，那个时候就是二姨的一个引导吧。她就是说，因为她当时她想去考我们当地一个艺术学校，她就是少儿的时候的梦想没有完成。他觉得那让你来完成，所以他对我这种期望特别高。然后那个时候，特别厉害的就是说，他是一个音乐老师，他不会吹唢呐，但是他硬教了我3年的唢呐，非常厉害，对不对
？How did she do that？
我也不知道，但是尽管他不是一个专业的唢呐老师了，但是他对我的这种影响，对我音乐上的一些影响，到目前为止还在。其实他还是真的很厉害。然后让我印象最深的就是那时候我住在他家，我离开父母，小学毕业就离开父母，住在二姨家，然后那3年就是跟着二姨生活3年。那么让我印象就是最深的，就是说那个时候，因为你很小，离开父母，特别想家，然后二姨特别严加管教，每天就是说，你除了吹唢呐就是学习，电视也不能看，书可以看了，就是小人书也不能看，故事书也不能看，就是你也不可以跟朋友出去跑去玩啊，更不可以什么玩 game， 就不可能了。然后那个时候就是特别，就是心灵也很脆弱，又加上又特别想家，然后爸爸妈妈每次可能1周2次才能去看1次，所以那个时候加上自己学习压力，然后二姨又有这种糖尿病啊，她又非常急躁，要照顾家庭，照顾妹妹，然后还要指导我吹唢呐，然后每次就是爸爸妈妈来看我，就是我那时候印象特别深，就是说他们走的时候，我就会躲在厕所哭，就是这个印象特别深，就是到现在想起来都挺难受的，因为真的是特别难。但是正因为那个时候这样的一个困难，我面对的这样一个困难，然后慢慢去克服它，然后就去逐步的养成一个好的学习习惯，养成一个好的生活习惯，它这种习惯就伴随了我一生，到现在我觉得还是特别，真的对我帮助特别大。
So the most inspiring person to you is your 二姨。
对，
你有什么话要对你的二姨说吗？
我觉得借这个机会就是说，尤其是对二姨还有二姨夫，就是特别好，就是现在也是我们回去像亲生父母一样，每次我觉得感谢二姨二姨夫，就是对我3年的照顾，还有二姨的教导，我觉得真的是对我一生受用，谢谢。
What a touching story. And indeed, family is very important behind supporting a musical career. How about Chui San? Who inspired you? Was it Miss Kaur that you mentioned earlier?
Madam Ko.
Madam Ko.
She's also my colleague, actually. Yes. She's still with the Singapore SYO. Yes. I started to play in the school orchestra, and she was the conductor. So she spotted my talent somehow. So she encouraged me to join an amateur group, the People's Association Youth Chinese Orchestra. So from there, every Saturday after the school rehearsal, I will follow her. She will bring me all the way to Kallang. That time my primary school is Pei Chin Primary School. So at Toa Payoh, so she will bring me, take the bus and have lunch, and then we will go to Kallang. And then I will spend my Saturday there. Of course, I love to make friends. So that's what I really find the joy. Besides making music, I make so many friends. So Madam Ko is my mentor. So I'm very grateful that I can share the stage with her for 23 years.
Indeed, another very moving story. Would you like to say something to Madam Ko?
谢谢老师，谢谢你的支持，谢谢你的鼓励，谢谢。
Well, you know, Chui-san, in fact, we have a surprise for you.
Really? Wow.
Madam Ko would like to say something to you too.
大家好，我是翠山小学的华乐老师。他从小聪明伶俐，非常热爱音乐，学习态度认真。毕业后呢，他加入了人民协会华乐团，是一位组织能力非常强的团员。我身为他的启蒙老师，对他今天各方面的表现感到骄傲。目前他也是新加坡华乐团的全职演奏家，同时他也是多间学校的指导跟指挥。身为本土的演奏家，希望他再接再厉，培育更多热爱华乐的下一代。珊珊，我们一起加油！
I didn't know you have a nickname, Shan. 你有没有叫姐姐？Well, I think all of us will have one or two person who inspire us along the way. But I think friends also is very important. What about friends who supported you? Do you have friends that supported you?
Of course, I like the friend. 我有非常好的朋友，在大学的时候，好几个。但是最奇迹的是什么？这几个好朋友全到 SYF 来了。
Really?
有兄弟，有姐妹。我们有3兄弟4姐妹，没有了，就3兄弟，是我们以前大学就是一个宿舍的中国音乐学院一个宿舍的大学，兄弟感情特别好，到现在还是死党，所以我们非常幸福哈。然后有4个同班同学在 SYF， 也是非常罕见的，在 SYF 没有过的，只有我们班，在4个同学全部在 SYF， 所以你看我们新加坡有多么好，我们多么喜欢新加坡。所以我来了以后，我新加坡非常好，你们赶紧来吧。所以全把他们叫过来，当然了，他们也是非常优秀才能考到 SYF 的，所以到现在不管我们都结婚生孩子，不管是生活上还是工作上，我们都非常的相互照顾啊，非常深的感情，所以我觉得特别幸福。
You remember my PA Youth Chinese Orchestra?
Yes.
Yes, I have friends. They continue like Feng Mei, like Xin Gui, and Li Qiang.
They were all from
Bao Nan.
PA
Youth Chinese Orchestra all started as amateur, and we all become professional. Yeah,
Wonderful.
we are all always having fun time together.
Great. Well, perhaps now we'd like you to share one more memory. A memory that you think is so deep in your heart that you'd like to share it to our younger generation in Singapore who are learning their Chinese music now. A story that you think is very important and worthwhile sharing. Who wants to start first?
Lady first.
Okay, sure. I joined SYF when this is a professional orchestra, and I met Mr. Quek. We are the same batch.
Oh,
and yeah.
1997.
Yes, and he encouraged me to. You encouraged me to further my study.
I forgot.
Yeah, see, he's busy. So because you went to Shanghai first, when there was even a professional orchestra in Singapore.
Correct.
And I'm so lucky. I joined when it already became a professional orchestra. So I was like, I have to be a better musician. You know, I have to cherish what I have now. So you encouraged me, so I went, and I became his schoolmate. So we were still.
You went to Shanghai Conservatory.
Yeah, we were in the same school.
Yes. Now I remember.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I just want to share with all of you, be adventurous, take up the challenge, give all your passion. You will never know where you will become. Just play music and have fun.
Thank you. And 孟杰，
在刚刚学唢呐的时候，跟我的启蒙老师苑振平老师，那个时候可能我们跟新加坡的跟老师学习的方法不太一样，因为我们家到老师的距离要坐3个小时的巴士。虽然中国很大啊，但是对于我那个年龄的我，13岁的我，要独自去等巴士、坐巴士，然后要走路找地方，跟老师学1堂课。2个礼拜或者1个礼拜跑1趟，其实非常辛苦。那时候真的很辛苦。那不管是寒冬还是酷暑，也是我们全部都坚持下来了。所以说我想跟我们新加坡的小朋友们分享，就是说，你们拥有我们新加坡这么好的一个师资，我们老师都是非常优秀的，所以你们要珍惜这个优秀的老师。然后你们上课又那么方便，对不对？10分钟、20分钟就可以去跟老师学琴了。然后我们还有国家很多支持，还有 SYF 这样的一个好的平台去展示你们自己。我觉得你们不要轻易放弃，我这是想说的。因为我很多学生就说，他可能刚刚学到 Grade 6，你刚刚对这个乐器有一点点了解的时候，他放弃了，所以我就觉得特别可惜。在这里我也想呼吁我们的家长，我们的家长的支持也是特别重要。因为有的时候光小孩子喜欢也不行，家长坚持不下来的话，我们一个好的一个talent 的一个学生也是没有用的，我们走不到最后，我们还是无法把他培养成一个很好的学生。
谢谢。Can both of you, in this one sentence or maybe a few words, encourage our future musician who are now learning in their school, through their CCA, their Chinese orchestras, how to continue pursuing their musical dream for now, and perhaps in future a career they would want to pursue. Yeah, what would you say to them?
挑战一次呀，挑战一次。If you choose, don't give up forever.
Wow, remember that.
Yeah.
And Chui San?
I want to share, dream impossible dream and discover the possibility.
Thank you. And coming up, we're going to enjoy some solo performance by you.
Yeah.
Before you go to perform for us, would you like to share why do you pick this piece of music that you're going to play? Why?
好，我选择这次音乐会的一个曲目叫《山乡春》。那么这首曲子，我为什么选择这首曲子？起初我并不知道它的名字。在我刚刚学唢呐，就13岁的时候，那个时候二姨她是用磁带，大家可能不知道什么磁带，我今天特意给大家准备一看，这叫磁带啊，在这边叫卡带，对吧？
对，
现在我们叫卡带，我们叫磁带。在那个时代，我们只有这个播放。然后他用这个磁带，当时录下来，从电视机里播放出了一个唢呐的一个曲子，就是这首曲子。然后他录下来以后，我就反复去听，就把它学会了，然后自己吹出来。所以那个时候也不认识谱子，也没有任何老师去指导我，所以说我就听一句学一句，听一句学一句。那么印象最深的就是这首曲子。所以说今天我就选择了这首曲子，可以说这首曲子对我影响特别大，就是导致最后可能我才去选择走专业的道路。
Very inspiring. Chui San?
I'm going to play 火把节之夜. This song is my very first solo songs with PA Youth Chinese Orchestra. The very first time. So I would like to do this again and share with all of you.
Thank you. Thank you, both of you. We will enjoy your performance.
Thank you.
Thank you.